Oh Lord, we've got some Spider-Man Brand New Day stuff to talk about. It's not just me. The reason I said we is because I actually have a special guest here with me today, Jace the Don.
My name is Josh, aka Jace the Don, if you haven't heard. Now you know. And yeah, we about to talk about this Spider-Man Brand New Day news that just dropped today. Pretty crazy.
Very crazy. And when we say today, it's by the time of this recording. Gonna drop on like Monday or something on my channel. Leave me alone. I know. I'm notorious for being a slowpoke. It's whatever. We're still talking about it. What are you gonna do? Fight me on it? No, it's funny. So if you guys didn't know, I've been on Jace the Don's channel before talking about Marvel theories and spoilers, not spoilers, but theories mostly. I don't know why I said spoilers. We had a conversation recently about the likelihood, I think, right, of Punisher appearing in this movie, which I said was slim to none, right? But I did say it would be genius to do so at this point in Peter Parker's life. I guess
Yes, sir.
Sony and Marvel had a brain. Because I did not see this coming. I screamed when I saw this news. How did you react? I gotta know.
I was like, oh snap. Like, we talked, the first thing that came to my mind was like, we literally talked about this in our stream.
Yeah.
Like, would this happen? Is there any possibility of this happening? How we would like for this to happen? And it seemed like it just worked out somehow.
Our dreams just came true. It was one of like the first Marvel magic castings in a while, if that makes any sense. The one that feels magical. It's the first one that's felt like that in a long time. I think, personally, this announcement eclipsed RDJ coming back as Doom for me.
Yes.
It really did.
I agree.
It very much feels like a choice made out of where is the character currently? Who will assist that story the best? And the fans want to see it. Now, to be fair, I thought Daredevil was the choice. I don't know. I thought, even though, you know, Punisher and Spider-Man is an iconic team up, if you don't know. Like, it makes a lot of sense.
Oh, yeah.
His first appearance was in a Spidey comic.
Yes, it was. And then later on in the Todd McFarlane era of the comics, they had the Vengeance Part 3. It was like a 3-parter event in the comics. So yeah, they teamed up before.
Yeah, so it's nothing new for us Spidey fans. On film, for you film nerds, yes, this is like, how does this even work? But historically, in comic books, this is iconic, basically. So it makes sense from that standpoint. I just think from the past few years, right, of how Disney and Marvel decided to present the brand and tackle Spider-Man on film, it seemed like having a character in the realm of Punisher in a Spider-Man property, not gonna happen. like he's their bread and butter. He's their family-friendly face of Marvel that gets the general audience butts and seats across all ages. Punisher is not that, right? So putting him in a Spider-Man movie like this, bold choice. And I'm here for it.
Yeah, the only time in media that we've seen this is like Spider-Man the Animated Series, where they had the episode with Punisher and he's tracking down Spider-Man. That's like the only time we've had Punisher and Spider-Man, you know, in the media form of it. But obviously we've seen it comics and stuff like that.
Also, I guess I should mention Zendaya and Jacob Batalon are coming back too. So yeah, let's address that. We saw that, but you know what the big talking point is here. We're talking about Punisher. Come on.
Yeah.
But how do you think this casting announcement? By the way, YouTube, leave me alone. I'm messing with my collar a lot, okay? The way that I'm sitting in the chair, it's pulling it down. It's annoying me. I can see it in the camera. Leave me alone, okay? But no. How do you think this casting announcement is going to benefit the film and Peter's story in regards to where he is in his life right now?
For me personally, I think this is going to bring a bit of edge to Peter. You know, people have been wanting to see a bit of an edge, a bit of intensity with his character. He's going to have to make some hard choices when it comes to the Punisher, because you know how the Punisher get down. If he is on getting the mission done, he's gonna do it by any means necessary. And I think we're gonna see them have a fight. We're gonna see them fight, and then they'll come together at some point. That's gonna be fun to see them go at it.
Do you think that fight will include Spider-Man in a black suit?
Maybe.
Hey, hello.
Maybe it's a possibility.
Again, at this point in Peter's life, with him having just lost Aunt May, learning with great power comes great responsibility, that being a challenging thing to accept given what happened to him, and seeing how rageful he was, talking about wanting to just end it all for Goblin, no remorse. Having a crutch in the form of Frank Castle is going to make for one hell of a Peter Parker tale. Now, we have the bad what little devil on Peter's shoulder. Ironically, I think it's going to take a devil to be the angel on the other shoulder. Would you agree?
I see what you did there. I would agree. I would agree for sure. Yeah.
There's so much room for awesome, great story potential here. Also, given the fact that Tom Holland and Jon Bernthal have history with each other.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I remember those images way back when Tom first got cast for Civil War, thinking, like, we're going to see Punisher and Spidey on the big screen at some point, right? Right? No, never happened.
No.
But it is now.
Yes.
But it is now.
It took us a couple years, but we got here.
If you, seriously, like, of all the rumors we got of people who would be in this movie, not in a million years would I believe you if you told me Frank Castle was the actual one. Like, this seems like a dream.
Yeah,
actually,
exactly.
Getting Punisher in a Spider-Man movie before Daredevil? And Matt doesn't count. I mean, he kind of does, but you know what I mean.
Yeah,
he's not in suit.
We haven't seen the Devil at Hell's Kitchen yet interact with Spider-Man. So,
wild.
Yeah.
Absolutely wild.
I don't know about you, but I'm seeing an ongoing theme with this. So with Mark Ruffalo, because we know Mark Ruffalo was also in talks to be in the film, to have a prominent role.
Yeah.
All three of them are going to have to learn how to channel anger and self-control. So I think that's going to be a big plot point in the movie with Peter, with Frank Castle, and with Bruce Banner. They're going to have to find out how to control their anger. Can they control it? Can they get too far gone?
Right.
We'll have to see.
Now, do you still buy that Ruffalo was in this film? I'm kind of not sure on that yet. I feel like they would have announced that. Maybe they will. Maybe they still will. But now that Punisher's here, it kind of makes me want Hulk less. The role that I wanted Hulk and Banner to serve to begin with in this movie can be served by Punisher. Therefore, having Hulk there would be a little redundant for me.
Yeah. And then you don't want to have too many characters pop up in here. Then it just feels like a Marvel team-up movie. You know, it doesn't feel like a Spider-Man movie, so...
Yeah, you have a Captain America Brave New World situation on your hands.
Yeah, so... I'm 50-50 on that.
Yeah.
If he is in here. If he is in here, I hope they serve it as a good purpose to Peter's story, and not just because they want to fast forward to Doomsday. I hope that they have a legitimate reason for why Bruce Banner is in the film if he is in there.
Do you think that, given, if I'm not mistaken, I think the release order will be Daredevil Born Again Season 2, the Punisher special presentation, then Brand New Day, right?
I believe so. We haven't really got an official confirmation of that, but I would imagine that's how they would do it, because...
Not official.
It gets me... Yeah, not official, but if that is the schedule, then it gets me even more curious as to how the Punisher special is going to lead into Brand New Day.
Me too. I wonder if it's going to be like a direct setup, like wherever he ends up at the end of that special, will we pick up in Spider-Man?
Oh, yeah.
Would be wild.
Yeah.
That would be insane.
Yeah, could we have like a gang war situation where, you know, there's different people who are leaders of different gangs who run different parts of the city. You got Kingpin over here in Hell's Kitchen. You got another person of the mob family on this side of the sector. You know, could they be setting up something like that to lead into Brand New Day?
Do we get Peter Parker on the TV shows? I don't know if legally that can even happen.
Yeah.
But does that happen? Does Tom Holland show up in Daredevil or the Punisher special for Quick little cameo leading into his film?
I say so because if they want to give as much hype to Brand New Day as possible, I think the logical sense would be to have some sort of cameo. He doesn't have to show up beside Punisher, although that would be dope.
Right.
But maybe even just seeing him on like a news broadcast, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like Spider-Man is, you know, probably just captured some villain or something, and it kind of catches Punisher's attention. So now he's on the Punisher's radar. There's something, they can find something to kind of at least give acknowledgement to Spider-Man, because I feel like Punisher knows that Spider-Man exists.
Yeah,
he just hasn't interacted with him yet.
Right. Especially if he was watching Mayor Fisk on TV talking about him.
Oh yeah.
You know?
Oh yeah.
Which leads me to my next question. Fisk, the Fisk of it all. I heard, guys, cut me some slack again. Didn't do ample research before this. I was so excited. Okay, can you blame me?
Nah. I feel the same way.
If I'm not mistaken, are the Punisher's film and TV rights similar to Kingpin, or it's split between Sony and Marvel, where Sony has more agency on film, Marvel on TV? Is that how that works?
From what I know, Sony, as far as like, I don't know about Punisher, but as far as like Spider-Man and his Rogues Gallery, I think it depends on the circumstance, like Kingpin, right?
Yeah.
So obviously we got Kingpin in the Marvel television shows, and then Vince D'Onofrio was saying that he's not sure if Kingpin would be able to appear in a Marvel film due to those television rights.
Right.
But then you have Spider-Man, who we haven't seen him in any of the television shows. The only, as far as Marvel can use him, is with animation, which we've seen with recently with Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man and his cameo at X-Men 97. So I think it just depends on the circumstance of how Marvel and Sony come to terms with the deal with, like, okay, if you want to use Spider-Man here, fine, but you have to it has to benefit us in some way. So if there is a Spider-Man cameo, say in the Punisher special, I think it would be beneficial to not just Marvel, but to Sony. So I could see Sony maybe co-signing that due to that leading into their film Brand New Day.
Work something out for the fans. Please, we're begging. We're actually begging.
Please. we need it. We need as much connectivity as possible, because I think that's one of Marvel's I think that's one of Marvel's biggest like weaknesses, is the connectivity of it all. We know all these characters are all living in New York.
Yeah.
We know that. Like, sometimes we just want to know, like, okay, where's Jessica Jones at? Where's Luke Cage at? Where's Spider-Man at throughout all of these, things? So it would be nice to just kind of have that connectivity every now and then. Man, I'm hyped.
Me too. Oh man, I'm hyped.
Spider-Man Brand New Day, man, next year. They start filming, I believe, next month, right? Like later next month.
It's coming up. It's coming up. While we're watching Superman, they're going to be filming.
Yep.
Or we're watching Fantastic Four. Cameras might be
so
rolling.
So we'll definitely be getting some more news about maybe some more plot details and maybe some other casting announcements, because we still don't know the big question: who is Sadie Sink playing? We still don't know that yet.
And who's the villain?
Yeah. So there's still a lot of mystery behind Brand New Day, which I'm enjoying the mystery, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, it's fun finding out. Like, I'm excited to see what this film shapes out to be.
Same here.
But having Punisher there kind of solidifies street level. So that's a good sign for me. That is a very good sign.
Same here, man.
I'm going to toss it off to the audience now. What do you guys think about Jon Bernthal reprising his role as the Punisher in a Marvel Studios, Tom Holland-led Spider-Man film? Never thought I would say those words in my entire life, but here we are.
Yes, sir.
Let me know in the comments below. Make sure you leave a like on this video, share it around with all of your friends if you think they may be interested in it, and subscribe to Jace the Don, who was so gracious to give me his time here tonight to talk about this topic. That will be posted a couple of days after the news is fresh. So,
yes.
Yeah, that's it. Get out of my face. Toodles. Bye.